In Matthew chapter 5, Jesus says in verse 10, he says, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for so they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Like we should actually have a peace, the Bible says. Jesus says you should actually be happy when someone puts you down for following me, because your reward in heaven is going to be so great. And you should have a sense of peace when people reject you for your faith, because he says that's exactly what they did to the prophets. So all through this book, you have people who are rejected, who are persecuted. And so when you stand in line with them, and now you can add Anthony to that list, it's like, okay, I stand in a line of people that are saying, you know what, I'm willing to be rejected for Christ's sake. And he says, well, rejoice in that day when it starts happening to you, because you know your future is bright. You know that when this is all over, you're going to have a reward that you can't even believe. And then he says the opposite. He says in Luke 6:26, he says, "But woe to you when all men speak well of you, because that's how your fathers treated the false prophets." It's the people that weren't really living for God that were going to be popular, that everyone was going to speak well of. But understand that if you take this stance and say, no, I'm going to follow Jesus, you will be rejected. And in that day, even though it's painful, and be excited and know, okay, he promised me a reward for this. So I'm acting like one of his prophets. I'm actually acting like a Christian, and that's a good thing.